Good morning, good morning. God is great. Yes, indeed. Yeah, man. So my message, my message to myself, my message to my other people, my family members, my friends, my comrades. It's like, think about this. Listen to the people that are crying. Listen to the people that are actually screaming. Some of them, these political pundits. But mainly, listen to the politicians. These politicians are basically crying because they are being asked, what have you done? These are public servants. They work for you and me, supposedly. But they think they work for themselves. So the ones that have a little standing in communities, that still have the community thinking that they are about the community, they are asking people to act like their job can't ask them for a review. So let's get this straight. Politicians who are chosen by the people, politicians who are voted upon, politicians who are agreed upon, some of them put in place, some of them bought, but these people are getting in there saying, I don't have to show nobody nothing just because I don't like the people that ask me. But if you, a civilian, a person, a blue collar job, hard working 9 to 5, sweating, where you actually got to go in and work, you ain't got no excuses. These jokers want to sit on their ass at home, not be accountable, not have a review, not do anything to be beheld, not do anything to be held to responsibility, not to show any type of proof of work, and they feel like they ain't got to show you, but there is no fight for you and I. If our bosses ask us to show these same things, you can't even go to the same politicians and ask them to fight for you. You can't go to them same boot-licking politicians and say, hey, my job asked me for a review, and I told them the same thing y'all told people. We shouldn't have to give it to them, and they fired me. Will you stick up for me? Is there a piece of paper where you can help me get justice in court? There is none. And they're going to tell you no. This is responsible. You've never had a review on your job? If you have, then stop letting these bootlickers, politicians, former friends who became politicians, who look to you to still act like they still have that same bit of hunger, that same bit of love for community, that same bit of love for the people. They don't. They've been bought. And now they feel different from you because you got to be held responsible, but they don't have to be accountable to anybody. No, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. And when they come to you crying, asking you to support them in some type of boycott, blackout, crying with them, wiping their tears, tell them no. I think it's funny. And if you can't come up with a list of 5 things that you did in a week to keep your job, then you don't need your job. I hate to say it, but look, I can come up with 5 things every day that I did to actually further my job, to actually make my job look better, to actually make my job be more recommended, to actually show respect for my job. I could do that every damn day. I drove straight. I had my seatbelt on. I was polite to customers. I was courteous. I didn't mark no flows. I put up the food where it was supposed to go. I even spoke to the kids. I just named 6 or 7. You know what I mean? It's not hard. But if anything, if that's ever asked of you, think about it this way. Don't think I don't owe this joker no explanation. Think to yourself, this is a way to separate myself. Because you already know 80%, 90% gonna be stupid and follow some dumb leader who's trying to make you cry and cry for his family and feel for his family or her family and her needs and make you miss the boat. So you be in that 20% or 10% that say, I'm gonna let them fools buck. I'm gonna let them fools follow that leader, that so-called leader, but and I'm gonna actually write and let the company know what separates me from them. So when they get downsized 60% or down to half, I be in that half. That's not bootlicking. That's just saying, this is why I belong here. This is what I've done to further your company, to grow your company, and to grow my check. That's a raise and accountability of why you should be on a job. So when you listen to these politicians, understand from city council to the president, they work for us. And they should, none of them be sitting up there talking about, we don't know explanation, we ain't gonna answer, don't answer, why should he be doing this, why should we answer this, oh, this email hurt my feelings. That's a damn shame. They sound like crybabies, and I'm laughing at them. So continue to laugh at these clowns when they ask for your support. Continue to laugh at them and tell them you got to go to work just like me. Some of them then got so lazy they forgot what their job looked like. They forgot what actual work looked like, and they ain't doing nothing but hustling the people, getting over on the people, and hustling the city, hustling the voters. That's why things look the way they look. How about the more black power we get around us and in our areas and in our city, the worse the cities get. Ain't that something? I mean, think about it, especially if you're in St. Petersburg, Florida. Look at the blackness, and it's getting worse. It's getting worse. The only thing you see happening better is condominiums being built. Condominiums and businesses that's coming from all around the world. You know, maybe states, you know, because we know Florida one of the biggest or fastest places where people moving to, so we see that happening too. But we also see other things. But mainly what I'm saying is the most growth you see is businesses and condominiums. You don't see, with all of the blackness that we have, you don't see anything that looks even close to equality. And you don't see any changes that look like somebody is in there fighting for something close to equality. So I just say that to say, keep laughing, please. Don't let them clowns get you caught up in your emotions and make you lose some sleep, because they not losing none over any taxpayers when they're in trouble. Remember that. Them people, the politicians who are caught up in abuse. And why would one politician, that's the thing about it. They don't even speak for the people or believe in the people no more, because they busy. You know, you get these bootlickers get in there and say, man, I'm for the community. I'm finna change some things. But then they start taking up for people who they know doing wrong. You could get a whole slew of people who caught up in fraud, waste, and abuse. And now you know what they gonna say? Man, Elon shouldn't be doing this. Elon, you see it all over the internet. The same clowns, the same characters. And so as politicians looking out for politicians, they are not crying for you. They don't care for you, so don't care for them. Peace out, man. If you got that opportunity, like I love to say, to bless somebody, to build somebody with words of strength and words of inspiration, take that opportunity. You will have it. A lot of times it comes and we don't pay attention. We're not paying attention. We're caught up in the world, which is easy to be. And just like me right now, I'm caught up, but I think I'm doing it right now. I'm taking my opportunity to touch somebody with words of inspiration and strength. And if you have that opportunity today, take it. It ain't always just words. It could be a morsel to eat. It could be $1. It could be a penny. It could be a quarter. Anything to give to someone else's ability to rise, someone else's possibility of getting up off to the ground, living, breathing, and feeling loved. That way, they may know that God has not forgotten. God is still in charge. That's it, man. Have a beautiful, blessed day. God is awesome.